Go left, go left, go left, right, left. But yeah, man, this is the post fight of the Dricus Du Plessis versus the Sean Strickland bout and stuff like that. And basically, holy shit, man, and stuff like that. Like, Sean Strickland got his ass whooped in this fight, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, it's just like, I just don't know why he didn't really fight as hard as what he would usually fight, Like, he usually would, throw hands and, he would make sure that the fight is close. But then it's just like, all he was doing was just waiting the whole time. And I just don't know why. It's just like, I just feel like before this fight and just seeing the press conference and everything, I just feel like he knew he was going to lose this fight. I feel like, Sean Strickland kind of lacked confidence because I just don't think to himself he thought he was able to win this fight. But that's the thing, though, man. Like, Dricus Du Plessis, he's a tough fighter, man. And it's just like, he has a very, weird style. It's like, he has, a wrestling stance mixed with, a kickboxer stance. Kind of mixed with, a regular boxer stance. And it's like, when he's just in a high guard, he could just, bring, awkward, strikes, knees, kicks, elbows. That's what he was doing all day in this fight. And he was just outclassing Sean Strickland. He was just, countering him. He was just a quicker fighter. And just, that's the thing, man. And usually whenever rematches happen, usually it's the same result. Usually it's crazy whenever, whenever the results are, different, or if there was something that happens. But I'm just saying, though, I just feel like, that Du Plessis is somebody that, is a very scary fighter, and it's a lot of people really need to watch out for this dude. And that's the thing, man. He's a very dangerous fighter. But at the same time, though, and stuff like that, it's just him calling out Alex Pereira. I just feel like that's a little too much, in my opinion. He is a very good fighter. And in the middleweight division, I don't really see anybody defeating Du Plessis because Du Plessis has just a really weird style that I just don't think anybody can really resist, and stuff like that, and that's the thing, and stuff like that. But, man, this was a crazy fight, man, in the favor of just how much of an ass beating this was, because I really didn't give a single round to Strickland. I can understand maybe one round, and stuff like that, because, it was back and forth sometimes, but mainly it was just a complete, just ass beating, from Dricus Du Plessis. But for Sean Strickland, though, I still think Sean Strickland is a very tough fighter, in my opinion. I do feel like Sean Strickland is a very tough fighter. I do feel like that, he has what it takes and stuff like that to, being a good fighter and sometimes being a champion, depending on what the fighter is, But with Dricus Du Plessis, being the champion, I just don't think he will have a chance, in my opinion, at all. I don't think he will have a chance, but maybe at interim, if they maybe make an interim belt and stuff like that, maybe there could be a chance, and stuff like that, because, that's the thing, it's you never know, Dana White has done that for the heavyweight division and, for other divisions and stuff like that, But yeah, and stuff like that. I don't feel like, editing this video or something like that. But because if there is an interim champion, just let me know and stuff like that, And that's the thing. Just, let me know if there's an interim champ. Because, I know there probably is. It's just, I'm talking right now and stuff. And I'm trying to get let you guys know about my thoughts about this fight. But it's just, the thing is with Sean Strickland, I just, again, I don't know why he was waiting. There was so many moments where, he would get into the distance with Dricus Du Plessis, but then it's he wouldn't want to exchange at all, and I just don't know why. It's again, I just feel like he just really lacked confidence in this fight, and shit. It's and I just don't know why and shit like that, and it was kind of weird, because it's the first fight was a lot more competitive, and it's just now, and I'm just saying, but maybe it could be that Dricus just has his number and he learned a lot from the first fight, which I think could be definitely the case. But the next fights that, maybe Sean Strickland can, fight, and stuff like that, in my opinion. I feel like the fights that he needs to target, in my opinion, and stuff like that is, either Nurmagomedov Imavov. I feel like, that could be a good fight, and stuff like that, because he literally beat Israel Adesanya. But then another fight, which I feel like would be a better fight, in my opinion, is fighting Israel Adesanya, and stuff like that. Because Adesanya, he's towards the end of his career, and stuff like that. I would like to see maybe one more fight with Adesanya, and shit like that to see, who would win, and stuff like that. Because they already fought before, it wouldn't be for a belt, but let's see who would win, and stuff like that, But the next fight, I feel like that would be a good fight, for Sean Strickland, is Robert Whittaker, and stuff like that. Because I feel like Robert Whittaker will always give a good run for anybody's money. And I feel like that fight right there would be something that, in my opinion, as long as, Strickland doesn't fight scared and he fights like the regular Sean Strickland that, we would know, and shit like that, instead of just talking shit, being an ignorant fuck boy, and stuff like that, and just talking shit and not doing anything. I feel like in that fight, if he doesn't do all those things, I feel like honestly he could really, win that fight, in my opinion, and stuff like that. So what I'm going to say before I'm going to wrap this up and stuff like that is that Dricus Du Plessis, he needs to not fucking, call out, Alex Pereira. Because that is not going to, do anything for him. And he's just going to get leveled by Alex Pereira. I'm just telling you guys right now, do not bet on Dricus Du Plessis on winning that fight. He would probably most likely get knocked out. But the fight, I feel like that, he should fight, in my opinion, and stuff like that, is Khamzat Chimaev. I feel like Khamzat Chimaev is somebody that will give him a good run for his money. And the thing is, though, is that, people might think that, Khamzat might roll up this dude and stuff like that. Again, he might, but it's just, don't overly think that's going to happen. Because, Dricus Du Plessis, he's a very strong fighter. Sorry if I spit, and stuff like that. I'm just saying, he's a very, very strong fighter, and stuff like that, And, yes, same for Khamzat Chimaev, but they're both strong. But at the same time, though, Dricus Du Plessis been on this level, and stuff like that. Has Khamzat been on this level before? I mean, he has beat Kamaru Usman, who's, washed up, and stuff like that, and, Colby Covington and stuff like that, and yeah, and stuff, but he hasn't fought anybody like Dricus. And the thing is, though, is that, people might think that, Khamzat might roll up this dude and stuff like that. Again, he might, but it's just, don't overly think that's going to happen because, Dricus Du Plessis, he's a very strong fighter. Sorry if I spit, and stuff like that. I'm just saying, he's a very, very strong fighter, and stuff like that, And, yes, same for Khamzat Chimaev, but they're both strong. But at the same time, though, Dricus Du Plessis been on this level, and stuff like that. Has Khamzat been on this level before? I mean, he has beat Kamaru Usman, who's, washed up, and stuff like that, and, Colby Covington and stuff like that, and yeah, and stuff, but he hasn't fought anybody like Dricus. But overall, though, if I would rate this fight 1 out of, I would say a 5 and stuff like that. I'm going to rank this probably a 2 in my opinion. I honestly felt like this fight, in my opinion, was kind of boring in my opinion, and stuff like that. I do feel like, yes, they both were fighting. They both were not trying to, be, not smart of what they're doing of fighting, but at the same time though, it's just how they were dealing with that situation. They just made that fight boring as hell in my opinion, and stuff like that. Just I just feel like from just the opening bell, it's just I had a feeling the fight was just gonna be a boring fight, and stuff like that. But yeah, on to my post fight on the co-main event. But this fight right here, in my opinion, this right here was actually like more worth my time right here, and stuff like that, because the reason why and stuff like that is because you know, like at first, like Tatiana Suarez, like that's the thing, like she really like put it on on Weili, but the only thing she really did and stuff like that was that she more just kind of like utilized her wrestling, and she was just like basically sleeping on Weili and stuff like that, but then once Weili figured out like what to do, that's when she basically started utilizing her own tactics with takedowns and punches and stuff like that, and she was just all over Suarez. I only had Suarez winning one round. But still, though, Suarez was still making it a tough fight for Weili. It's just like Weili was more just proving that she's the stronger fighter and stuff like that. In my opinion, and stuff like that, and basically like she was just proving that she was the stronger fighter. But Suarez was still like coming back and was still striking, but unlike Sean Strickland and stuff like that, like Sean Strickland was just laying a whole goose egg on everybody, wasting everybody's money that can be for food or, for going to, GameStop or some shit, getting some weed or something. Like literally, like that's the thing. Like, like I'm not trying to like say, oh, like I'm just more just saying it for shits and giggles, and stuff like that, but I'm just saying like, I'm just saying because like nobody deserves to waste their money on a fight like that that's supposed to be the main event. Talking about the Sean Strickland fight and stuff like that, but this fight wasn't like that, and and Suarez was actually like trying to win and was showing her skill set, because in my opinion, like I really do feel like Suarez and stuff like that, like I feel like that she's really like she has a lot of potential. I know this is her first loss, but one of the reasons for this loss is lack of experience. Like she isn't no Khabib Nurmagomedov, in the women's division, and stuff like that. That's very, very hard to do that, and stuff like that, but that's the thing and stuff like that, so basically yeah. But overall, great fight from both these women. But honestly, no disrespect, I did think that hold on, I need to turn this, do something. But honestly though, like genuinely, like I honestly though like thought that I expected a lot more from this fight, and stuff like that, in my opinion, and stuff. The main reason why I expected a lot was because like that's the thing, like like I thought there was gonna be like a bloodbath. I thought it was gonna be like back and forth, and stuff like that. At least like entertaining to watch from both fighters. But it's just, both the fighters were trying to like kind of like kind of like in the Strickland fight, they weren't trying to go and hit each other like that. They were trying to more just try to outclass each other, hit, and then not get hit, and that's the thing. Like, no disrespect to Entourage. It's not even... I'm not even trying to just go towards Entourage. Like, it would be anybody in this division, realistically. Like, there's nobody in this division. Like, I feel like Zhang Weili literally can just retire right now, and stuff like that. Because there's literally nobody in this division. But as of, for Tatiana Suarez, she can fight anybody she wants. In my opinion, I feel like she probably would beat anybody in this division. I feel like the one fighter, in my opinion, that would probably give her a pretty good fight, in my opinion, is Mackenzie Dern, and stuff like that. Only because she has pretty good jiu-jitsu skills. But on the other hand, though, it's like, it's not like, Tatiana wouldn't win this fight and stuff like that, and, yeah, and stuff like that. But thank y'all for watching this video, and stuff like that, sorry if the video was like, was like a little iffy and stuff like that, like I'm still new. On the other hand, and stuff like that, again, I'm not trying to mess up for y'all, and stuff like that, but, you just gotta be yourself, but on the other hand, though, and stuff like that, like I got, other videos that I want to do, and stuff like that, that I can... so I can, send it to you guys and stuff like that. And yeah, but make sure you guys like and subscribe. And I'm Preston. Peace out.